Good morning, students. Our today's topic is Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This act provides for the protection of the country's wild animals, birds, and plant species in order to ensure environmental and ecological security. Among other things, the act laid down restrictions on hunting many animal species. Constitution provisions for the Wildlife Act, Article 48A of the Constitution of India directs the states to protect and improve the environment and safeguard wildlife and forests. This article was amended to be the Constitution by the 42nd Amendment in 1976. Then is the Article 51A impose certain fundamental duties for the people of India. One of them is the protection and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for the living creatures. This act provides for the protection of listed species of animals, birds and plants, and also for the establishment of a network of ecologically important protected areas in the country. The act provides for the formation of wildlife advisory board, wildlife wardens, specifies the power and duties to them. It helps India becoming a party to the Convention of International Trade on Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, that is CITES, CITES. CITES is the multilateral treaty with the object of protecting endangered animals and the plant. It is also known as a Washington Convention and was adopted as result of meeting of IUCN members. For the first time, a comprehensive list of the endangered wildlife of the country was prepared. The act prohibited the hunting of the endangered species. So scheduled animals are prohibited from being traded as per the Act's provision. The Act provides the license for the sale, transfer and possession of some wild species. It provides for the establishment of wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, etc. The provision paved the way for the formation of the Central Zoo Authorities. This is the central body responsible for the oversight of zoos in India. It was established in 1992. The Act created 6 schedules which gave varying degree of protection to classes of flora and fauna. Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 get absolute protection, and offences under these scheduled animals as well as the plants, they attract the maximum penalties. The schedules are included also included the species that may be hunted. The National Board for Wildlife was constituted as statutory organization under the provision of the Act. This is an advisory board that offers advice to the central government on issues of wildlife conservation in India. It is also the apex body in review and approve all matter related to wildlife protection of national parks, sanctuaries, etc. The chief function of the board is to promote the conservation and development of wildlife and forest. It is chaired by the Prime Minister of India. The Act also provided for the establishment of the National Tiger Conservation Authority. It is statutory body of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change with an overall supervisory and coordination part performing capacities as given in the Act. Its mandate is to strengthen tiger conservation in India. It gives statutory authority to Project Tiger, which was launched in 1973 and has put the endangered tiger on guaranteed path of revival by protecting it from the extinction. So different schedule animals, they are there in schedule 1. It covers the endangered species. These species need rigorous protection and therefore there is a harsh punishment for the violation. The species under this schedule are prohibited to be hunted throughout India except under threat to the human life. The examples, they are the bear, the Himalayan brown bear, tiger, black buck, blue whale, etc. In schedule 2 animals, they are also accounted for high protection. The trade is prohibited. They cannot be hunted except under the threats to human life. And the examples, they are Assamese macaque, Bengal Hanuman langur, then Indian fox, etc. In schedule 3 and 4, the list is for species that are not endangered. It included protected species, but the penalty for the violation is less compared to the first two schedules. Example, hyena. Then is the porcupine, flying fox. Schedule 5. This schedule contains animals that can be hunted, for example, mice, rat, common crow, fruit bat, etc. Then is the schedule 6. This list contains plants that are forbidden from cultivation, for example, pitcher plant, blue vanda, red vanda, etc. So in this way, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it bans on the hunting, it promotes the conservation of the wildlife, it induces the penalty for uh, hunting of the animals. And under this act, we divide the animals into or the plants as well as animal into the 6 schedule. Schedule 1 and 2, they are most protected, most penalties there. Schedule 3 and 4, they are less endangered species and less penalties there. In Schedule 5, hunting can be done, whereas in the case of Schedule 6, no cultivation is there in these individuals. I hope the concept is clear regarding Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Thank you.